Smaller homes or accessory dwelling units could be more common in Milford. Good evening. I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to Coast TV News at 11. We begin tonight with a workshop hosted by the Milford City Council. The workshop was geared towards assessing the costs that go along with accessory dwelling units in the city of Milford. These are those smaller buildings or tiny homes that you'd find detached from the main house but still located on the same property. Coast TV reporter Brendan Conroy was at the meeting and is in our newsroom now. Brendan, tonight's meeting seemed to have a theme.
Charlie, these tiny homes definitely have a lot of good things about them, but one of the repeated benefits is what it can do for families, and that was one of the biggest topics of discussion tonight. More housing, but this time just a little bit smaller.
Affordable housing. I think you're going to see more and more of these types of units come along. It's not just going to be me.
That was the big topic of discussion in Milford as the City Council held a workshop Wednesday night to discuss the cost of accessory dwelling units or tiny homes in the area. These smaller homes would not be attached to the main one, but would be within the same property line. One person who lives in Milford says if people have the space and the money, they should be allowed to add this type of housing.
If it was a family member, that was elderly, it would, keep them close to the family and, maybe save them from a long-term care facility or something like that. So, yeah, seems all positive to me.
The meeting Wednesday night went over potential cost, limitations to size, and the number of people that can live in a single unit. The unit would be paid for every month in rent, either by the homeowner or the person occupying the space. For the people who were at the meeting, cost is a huge factor, but what seemed even more important was simply housing a person or family member right in the backyard. Milford Mayor Todd Culata says these sort of smaller homes could help with the housing crunch, but only if they're regulated properly.
We talked about maybe limiting the size of the accessory dwelling unit to save on some of those fees, because the smaller the size, the less impact it would have to the system.
City Council will discuss this more at their next official meeting. But for now, people in Milford can look forward to keeping mom or dad close by while still giving them a little privacy. Since this was just a workshop, there was no vote held tonight, but the City Council is working hard to make these tiny homes someone's home. Charlie?